it's Moose and thank you so much for joining me back here. I was very happy with my reading in 2020. I read 53 books and my goal was like 45 or something like that. So I exceeded my goal. I was happy with myself. However, I did not read as much as I would have liked. I don't feel like I will ever read as much as I really want to. With that being said, I read a lot of rereads last year. So I didn't read a lot of new books. Because of that, there were a lot of books that I really wish I had gotten to in 2020 that I didn't. So that's what today's video is about. Today I'm going to be talking about the books that I wish I'd read in 2020. Hopefully I'll read in 2021. First up, I have an Ember in the Ashes. I have the first 3 books. The last book just came out, which is why I really wanted to read this one last year and I just never really got around to it. This is a beloved series by a lot of people here on BookTube. It's a YA fantasy, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm a little scared to read it if I'm being honest. Here lately, I have found I am enjoying YA a little less. So I'm scared I'm going to read this and not really enjoy it. However, on the flip side, if I don't read it now, I probably won't enjoy it as much as if I, had read it now. Does that make sense? What am I trying to say? If I don't read it now, I'll probably enjoy it less the longer that I wait. So this is a goal for 2021, I guess you could say. Especially since it's on my TBR shelf. One of my goals is to knock down my TBR shelf. This would fulfill that. My next one is not a reread for me, but it is one I wish I had reread in 2020. The Help by Katherine Stockett. This is one of my favorite books, I think. I say that because it's been a while since I've read it. My memory of it is very high. It's very good. And I want to kind of make sure that it's still one of my favorites before I keep saying it's one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, I really wish I'd reread this one in 2020. I want to reread it in 2021. I didn't really necessarily make it one of my goals, but I would like to. I wish I had in 2020. Would like to in 2021. I don't have this one, but I would like to read it. In Kindness of Magicians by Kat Howard. I've seen a couple people talk about this on BookTube, specifically Murphy Napier. She's one of my faves to watch and I trust her judgment. I feel like her reading tastes often align with mine, at least in terms of fantasy that I've read and she has read, if that makes sense. She reads a lot of adult fantasies that I haven't read because I'm just now getting into adult fantasy. This is one of them. This is one that I would like to try based on her recommendation. I do think it is an urban fantasy, which I'm usually not a huge fan of, but everyone I've seen talk about this rates it highly. So I'm optimistic. And it is on Scribd. So I could read it and not have to wait for it or pay for it. Kind of. I pay for Scribd, but you know what I mean. My next one is a current read that I wish I had finished in 2020. The 5th Season by N.K. Jemisin. I feel like an outcast with this book. Everyone who ever talks about it loves it, is infatuated by it, raves about it, and it's good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's a little overhyped. Maybe it's too high for me. I kind of feel like it's above my level right now. I kind of jumped into it without really delving more into simpler adult fantasies. I really think the magic system is what gets me in this. It's not really a magic system. It's more of like an ability system. In this book, there are people called Origines, that's how I always pronounce it when I read it, who can kind of manipulate, control the earth, the plates in the earth, that kind of thing. They can cause a lot of damage. So in this world, they're kind of feared and outcasted. But when I think of fantasy, I want a real magic system that's more in depth. I guess this is very in depth. That's not the word I'm looking for. More broad, maybe. That encompasses more abilities than just one. And I will say that I predicted one of the, it's not a twist or anything like that, but one of the story plots within this. I am almost finished with it. I'm on page 332 out of like 450? Out of 450-ish. So I'm just shy of 100 pages. But I really don't have any desire to read it. So yeah, I really wish I'd finished this last year. That way I could be done with it. Because I feel like the longer I draw it out, the less I enjoy it. It's one of those books that I just need to go ahead and get over with. But I wish I'd done that last year. There's one more book I want to mention in this video today. It is a classic. I've been slacking in my classic reading. I used to read a ton for school. I kept reading a few after I graduated college. Now I don't really read any and I would like to get back into it. I really wanted to read To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I never prioritized it though. I was always reading, fantasies and stuff like that. I would like to read at least a few classics this year because I do enjoy them. They're good books to kind of analyze on a deeper level, which is what I enjoy about literature. In terms of literature for literature, not, you know, fluff entertainment reads, but I do enjoy kind of delving into a deeper level of reading. And this is a widely known classic. Most people love it. I would like to read it. I wish I had in 2020. So yeah, there we go. Those are just a few of the books I wish I had read in 2020. There are positively more that I'm just not thinking of right now, but those were the ones that kind of stuck out in my brain the most. I guess honorable mention is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I am currently reading that one as well on ebook, on Scribd. I'm over halfway through chapter 34-ish as of right now. I think it's just going very slowly. I don't care much for the main character, but I've heard that as it progresses, the series gets better. So therefore, I want to hurry up and finish this one so I can get to the better parts. So I wish I'd done that last year. I've kind of just been dragging my feet with this one. I plan to finish it soon though, definitely within 2021. Anyways, those are all the books that I wish I had read last year. Let me know down below what you wish you'd read last year. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe down below and leave a comment. You guys are awesome. I am so thankful for you. And we'll be back here next time, guys. See ya!